Hello friends, welcome to Mysterious Stories. Friends, in 1978, a helicopter was flying in a remote area of Russia. There is a river in Russia, Abakan River. This place was near this river. There were dense forests and mountains below, at this place far and wide. No human being could even think of living here. It was also 250 kilometers to the closest village. This chopper was carrying some scientists. These folks came here. They had to conduct a survey because, aside from friends, no one had ever visited this location before. They were taken aback when they noticed a house constructed here from a distance. The foreign helicopter landed at a specific location. It took them several hours to visit this house. It was necessary to walk. Who could possibly live in such a desolate place, and why, shocked us. Friends, we eventually arrived at this house after several hours of trudging through the thick mountain forest. It resembled a cabin and was surrounded by some veggies. This was a wooden house, friends. An elderly man emerged from this house. The sight of these individuals likewise caught this man off guard. He beckoned them inside the home. This father, who identified himself as Lykov, lived here with his 4 children, all by themselves, cut off from the outside world. These kids were named Agafia, Dmitry, Natalia, and Savan. Friends, the first thing these experts thought about was who this family was and why the Karp family were living here. These scientists were taken aback when Karp began to share his story with them. Karp was a member of the Russian religious sect known as the Old Believers. In Russia, these persons had a large number of friends. They were tortured after being imprisoned. At the time, Karp and his spouse were living through all of this in Russia. He was accompanied by his 2 children. They were removed and demolished. Karp's brother was also killed in 1936. Karp is now somewhat concerned about his family and friends, after which he moved to this remote region of Russia, where there were no people, with his wife and 2 kids. They used to spend several days walking in search of a place where they could live out the rest of their days. Friends, without possessions, they began constructing their own modest home by gathering wood, but it was difficult to exist here, especially with 2 kids. The winter was harsh, and the area was blanketed in snow. These 2 siblings persisted even though they used to go. They were friends and possessed a variety of kitchenware, including kettles, pots, and pans. In the past, these people hunted potatoes, berries, and occasionally small animals to supplement their diet. Additionally, vegetables began to grow there. There weren't many shoes or clothes for this family. The leaves of a particular type of birch tree were used by these people to construct their clothing and, over time, their utensils. These people survived despite being impoverished. Karp claims that despite their extremely challenging lives, these people were content. Dmitry and Agafia, their 2 further children, were born during this period as well. Each of the 4 of their children was proficient in hunting, woodworking, and locating clean water sources. They used to fix their little homes on their own. Karp was aware that his kids would need to learn all of these things from an early age in order to thrive here, but friends, in 1961, a significant tragedy occurred in their lives. In fact, there was a lot of snowfall this year, everything was covered, and the veggies they cultivated also went bad. Not even hunting was an option for these individuals. This family's circumstances deteriorated significantly. Karp's wife, Akulina, passed away. The fact that there is no medicine or doctor available if someone becomes sick is one of the drawbacks of living in such a barren place. Ever since, this man, Karp, with his 4 children, has been residing here. His kids are now adults. Upon hearing Karp's story, friends, these scientists became curious. These people continued to visit this family and come here for work throughout the following few years. They made numerous attempts to find a way to take this family with them, but they were unsuccessful. They claimed that they now call this region home. For 40 years, the Karp family had resided here. The existence of anything in the world was unknown to this household. The world was radically changed by the Second World War, which also occurred during this period, but this family was living in a different reality. Additionally, these scientists gave them a lot of useful gifts, including cutlery, knives, spoons, salt, grains, paper, pens, and other items like a torch. Following this, the family's story gained widespread notoriety. Everyone was familiar with them. 3 of Karp's 7 children, Savon, Natalia, and Dmitry, passed away in 1980. Agafia, Karp's last daughter, was still residing here when he passed away in 1988. This woman is still alive and was born in 1944. This 80-year-old woman continues to live alone in the same location. I have already shared with you the woman's story in a video. Although this elderly woman has frequently left the area, particularly for medical treatment, her home is still here.